And we're back for another live episode of The Common Ground. Once again, back from a little break. Big Red, Lawan, Big Red, and my co-host.
Matthew 417.
All right, we're here to talk about the hot topic that everyone can't seem to get enough of. I can't get her last name. Amber Guyger. Amber Guyger. And the hug heard around the world, or seen around the world. So,
I'm
gonna tell you
first? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. I got mixed emotions on it because my thing is that I would really hate for anybody to go to prison. I mean, that's just unless they really had it coming to them. Obviously, she had it coming to her. She got 10 years. There's a lot of people that feel that if she was a person of color, she would have gotten more. If she was a dude, she would have definitely got more. Who's to say? I got mixed emotions about it. I feel that she should have got more time. As far as the hug felt around the world, that just shows that, you know, that guy had compassion even though she killed his brother. You know, and I feel that as a people we are compassionate by nature anyway. But how much compassion should we have? I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that the history of our people in this country has to speak for itself, and how much more can a brother take or a sister take in this country? How much blood do we have to have of our people spilt on this soil before it's enough? When can we get the justice that's due, that's fair? I don't know if this was a fair deal.
okay, well, I'm gonna give a different point of view. Not totally different. I'm cool with the hug. Okay. As a Christian, we're called to forgive. And who am I to be upset at this man if he chooses to forgive the woman that killed his brother? You know, he had to forgive her because for himself, because bitterness can take hold, and bitterness can kill you. And if you bitter about that, that could really mess up your health and just basically give you an unhappy life. But forgiveness, and it actually takes more strength to forgive. You know, it's easy to hold a grudge. It's easy to be mean to someone that does you wrong. You know, but the things that actually seem weak take more internal strength. I know for me, it takes more internal strength for me to forgive someone that does me wrong than to punch them. You know, someone does me wrong. What do you think you're doing? Bam. You know, it takes more internal strength and intestinal fortitude for me to say, you know what you deserve is to get beat down, but I'm going to forgive you. We have to get over the mindset that forgiveness is a sign of weakness. It is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. It's a sign of mercy. And no, I'm not saying that woman should have got off by any stretch of the imagination. I do believe in forgiveness, but it also must come with accountability. I don't know the laws in that state where she was convicted. So 10 years may seem like a light sentence. 10 years may seem like a long sentence. To her, if she does all 10, it's going to be a long sentence.
She's not doing all 10.
You can see tomorrow?
She ain't doing all 10, man.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
She's got two things going for her.
Why? She's white. She's a woman.
Exactly.
Okay, and there's another.
She ain't doing
and how
10.
many white women that do their whole sentence? You think does every single white woman in prison get out early?
I give her 3 years and she out.
Okay, and in 3 years if she's out, I'll tell you were right. But here's the thing I think that she has going for more than her color and her sex.
The hug?
No, the fact that she was a cop.
Well, yeah.
Okay, the fact that she was a cop, this was going to get her out of trouble more than anything, to me anyway. But I have a question. I didn't follow this article too closely. I heard about it when it happened. And of course, when it came back into the news again this past week because of the verdict and then the sentence and then the hug.
And then
I want to know, how did she get in his apartment?
She got into his apartment. This is the story. The story is that she was texting her fellow officer, her partner, and I guess they were having a relationship.
Okay.
Between each other, a sexual relationship, and she was texting him. And while she was texting him, and plus, she said that she was totally fatigued for doing a lot of overtime on the job, and she went to the wrong floor and went into his apartment, and the door was unlocked or ajar.
Okay, that's my thing. I was like, wait a minute, if he's at home chilling, why is his door unlocked? I mean, did he feel that comfortable in that apartment building that he could come home and just leave his door unlocked and not worry about someone coming in? Well, I mean,
he should feel that way. He should be able to feel this. Is granted, it's not the social climate that we live in that it would be prudent to not lock your door, but he should feel that comfortable that he is in a secure environment in which he lived, where he could, leave his door unlocked and everything should be fine. I mean, after all, he had a police officer living in the building, which was the one that killed him.
Yeah, but okay. So I mean, my heart goes out to this family. I don't know if my question is to the people that think she didn't get enough time. How much time would have been enough? That's what I'm saying. That's my thing,
dude.
Some people wanted life sentences.
I don't think it should be. Well,
some
they say a life for a life.
Some people wanted the death penalty. Okay, but the thing is, it wasn't premeditated murder.
She was remorseful.
Well, no. I don't even want to count the remorse. Fear of punishment can bring on remorse.
Yeah, because there's people that's saying that she was putting an Academy Award winning show for the verdict.
But I don't want to bring remorse into it. I want to look at what the laws are, and so for one, it wasn't premeditated murder. At least it wasn't proven. I don't want to say self-defense, but because she wasn't attacked, but
she said she was scared for her life.
Okay, but in your house, you have the right, here in Ohio, if there's an intruder in your house, you have the right to kill them.
Castle domicile or something?
Some law like that. You have a right to kill a home invader. If they are outside your house,
you ain't got it.
You don't have that right. You will be charged. But if they are inside, you can shoot them because you were defending your castle. So, does Texas have that law?
Yes,
Okay.
but it's different because theirs is stand your ground. That's be
Yeah.
either in your house or outside of your
Okay.
house.
So we have to stop looking at things so emotionally, black people. Everything is not racism. I mean, from my understanding, there were black people on the jury. Okay, so that says something right there.
I think that I think she would have, if it wasn't for the victim's brother giving her that hug, I think she would have got more time.
Well, was the hug before or after sentencing?
But then again, who's to say? Because you had the brother gave her a hug. The judge came down and gave her her Bible.
That's where I have the problem.
The one of the bailiffs was fixing her hair. So it's like everything was being pushed to her corner.
Yeah, that's where I have.
As opposed to a brother sitting up in there and he didn't pull the same crap.
Right.
He ain't getting that treatment.
But that's where I have the problem. I don't have a problem with the brother forgiving her and giving her a hug. I don't have a problem with the mother forgiving him. It's the judge. Okay? Does the judge do that with every single guilty defendant that sits in front of her bench?
Hell no.
Probably not. Does the bailiff do that to every guilty defendant across from that bench?
Hell to the no.
Okay, that's where my problem comes in. I mean, if the judge gave every single defendant a Bible, I'm fine with her giving this woman a Bible. If the bailiff fixed every dude's collar and every woman's hair or something like that, then I'm fine with her doing it with this. But the fact that this was the only one she did it for...
There's a name for that.
I'm not cool with that.
It's called preferential treatment.
Absolutely. But that's just it. Being a cop gets her some preferential treatment. I'm sure. Okay? I'm sure. Every case does not get reported of cops accidentally killing somebody. So, are there black cops?
For example,
black cops that probably get preferential treatment? I'm sure there are. We just don't hear about it.
Like, for example, that guy that got shot in the back by a police officer a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
When the police officer was saying that he reached for his taser and was being filmed and didn't know it, and he was trying to plant the taser near the suspect.
That. Right.
And he done shot and killed this dude.
Right. I remember that. So, well, there's a video right there that's displaying guilt clearly.
Yeah, and it would have never been found out if someone wasn't there taking the video. But
the thing is, they would have found out. They probably would have just covered it up. Okay, that dude had put some distance between them, and he got shot in the back.
Yeah, there was no call for that.
You could tell a close range shot and a far away shot. If I was up on you and shot you in the back like this, your clothes would have powder residue and all that kind of stuff.
Burn.
So there's no way he would have been able to say he was this close and I managed to reach around and shoot him in the back a few times. No. All that man would have had on his back were bullet holes and blood. Okay, so there is no way he would have been able to cover that up. And if the man had been reaching for his taser, so what? Okay, usually if you got a weapon, you are fighting with that person to not get control of the weapon they're reaching for. I mean, you have to have a lot of training to counter your natural instinct to stop that person from trying to get that weapon and reach for another weapon and shoot them.
Here's training for you. How about
so that's just what I'm saying. But back to the Amber Guyger case. I wish I had copied this post. But how many of us are only concerned about justice when it's a black person and a white person? How about black on black justice. How many people do we know with murder cases or that have hurt someone that we kick it with? How many people do we know that sell drugs do we kick it with? How many people do we know that do all kind of horrible things that we kick it with, support, give money to, give favors to, but we want justice in this case? How about let's get justice across the board? I'm not saying be out there 6ix9ing everybody, but if you're truly about justice, let's be about justice in every case, in every instance. Okay, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are cool letting the dope man get his money on the block because he's black and he's not selling to any of my family members, you know. But that's a blight on the community. That's someone selling poison to his own people. Not even his own, anybody that comes along with the money. Okay? But 9 times out of 10, most of those people are his own race.
In other words, what you're saying is why is crimes against that are racially motivated or have race in it so highlighted?
Yes, I feel if black people want to stick together, we should be more outraged at black on black crime, and unfortunately, that is the majority of black crime in America.
It's also
95%. I believe the number is 95% of black men die at the hands of another black man.
And
where's the outrage for that?
And 90 or whatever percent of white dudes are killed by white people. It's called proximity.
Well,
you're going to get killed more so by the people that's close to you.
Okay.
So if you live in a white neighborhood and that's where you're at, your chances of getting killed by somebody that's white is going to be much greater than somebody that's black.
I'll have to check that number because you know people migrate. So
yeah, and
so
stuff happens.
So I don't know. I know.
I mean, when you're talking percentage, you're talking statistics.
Yeah. So
but if you're talking about, just stuff that just jumps out at you as far as being highlighted,
right? That's
granted. That's just a situation where this particular thing happened or that particular thing happened. The way our society is, I can't say that all of our people are getting killed by white people.
But that's how.
No.
But that's the narrative people want to portray.
We have a lot of black on black because that's who we live with.
But that's what people want to portray, though. That, oh my goodness, it's a white person that killed them and they getting off.
She is getting off.
I don't think a 10-year sentence is getting off.
No, she's paying, but she's not paying the heavy weight that somebody else will pay.
Well, like I said.
I tell you what. Let's put it this way. We're gonna use me because I'm darker.
So okay, go ahead.
Let's just say.
Go ahead.
I came to your house, right?
Yeah.
And we lived side by side.
Right.
And I came in and pulled the same stuff, and get locked up and everything. I'm not a police officer. I ain't a woman. I ain't white. How much time you think I'm gonna pull?
I'm not gonna say because
come on, how much time you think I'm? Give me a number.
Oh, okay. Let me put it this way. Okay, let me put it this way.
Am I getting more than 10?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Okay.
Why she can't get 10? Why I gotta get 10?
Okay, here's the thing. For one, you're in a different state. Different state. Hold on.
Wait a minute. She in Texas?
I believe so.
Oh shit! Now I'm getting 20 years.
Okay,
man.
so let's say same state. Probably getting more time. You got a record?
No, I'm just like her.
Okay. You a cop?
No. I ain't a woman. I ain't a cop, and I ain't white.
I think I would be foolish to say that you would get the same amount of time. I think I would be stupid if I actually sat here in front of the world, because this is going on the internet, even though everyone in the world ain't gonna see it, it's in front of the world. I think I would be stupid to actually believe that you would get the same amount of time.
Wait a minute.
I don't think you
I'm
would.
going to even push it a little further.
I think you would get more. I think I would get more.
I'm going to push it a little further. I think that if you were my shade, I'd probably get 5 years less. I might get even less.
Well,
now if you stay the same shade,
shoot,
if you stay the same shade, I'm getting 5 extra. I'm getting 5 extra. All right.
Yeah, because my kid's gonna be on TV crying. He killed my daddy. So yeah, you gonna. So yeah,
I'm gonna do the time.
So my wife gonna be there. She gonna forgive you, but she ain't gonna hug you though. She might forgive you, but she ain't hugging you. So, but yeah, I know we got a definite unequal standard of justice in this country.
And it's a shame that it's that way.
But the laws are not the same throughout the country. The laws vary from state to state.
Yeah, but
and you have some states that are more racist than others. But I'm not trying to justify anything. But also, these judges get desensitized to people.
I hear that.
After hearing so many cases for so many years, and every person, even guilty ones, proclaiming their innocence, I think eventually you start to assume the opposite of what the law says.
Then they should not be doing the job. If they're desensitized to that state, excuse me, they should not be doing the job, because then they're not unbiased. They're biased. If they have that position, they're biased. They should not be doing the job.
I don't think anybody is unbiased. I don't believe there's an unbiased person on this planet.
Each case should be a blank sheet until the evidence is put on the table.
But it never is. It's never a blank sheet. You know why? Because they bring up everything about you.
And they're supposed to. Like I said, it's supposed to be clean.
No,
she should not carry he should not carry no residue from past experiences or past cases. This is a whole different
case. But see, that's just it. They bring up everything about you with every case.
That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be everything about you. But what I'm saying is, if this person has the disposition of all these other cases that they've tried, and you said yourself, they've tried this, that, and the other, and they've formulated an opinion, a general opinion. And then when you come up there, not only are you dealing with whatever your case may have, but you're dealing with this generalized opinion on top of it. It's not right.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying. Okay, the law says that we're innocent until proven guilty. Okay, that's one thing. But a lot of these judges seem to practice law like it's the reverse. You're guilty until proven innocent. So, and in some cases, your own word means nothing. They want to take the word of the arresting officer, detectives, people that they are colleagues with. They may not know them, but they're all law enforcement. So, and then they bring up your past, any records, any other crimes you may have committed, and statistics, of course. 70% of people that are in prison are 3 times more likely to go back, or some of those numbers that they have. So how does one get a fair trial? How does one get a fair trial if you have a prosecutor whose job is to lock you up?
And everybody's generalized.
And then you have a defender who has a caseload so thick that he just wants to get rid of another case on his book, so he's telling you to plea. So unless you have money to actually get someone to fight for you, or you value your integrity more than anything, and you're willing to risk your life and get a huge sentence just so that they can't say you took a deal. So how I don't believe anyone can get a fair trial in this country.
Well,
it may be easier for some to get a more fair trial, but a truly fair trial, I don't believe it's possible because everyone is biased.
Well,
everyone is biased.
Well, maybe it wasn't meant to actually be that. I mean, maybe the ideals. I take that back. Maybe the ideals were, but in a real world setting, it's not set up that way. Never was.
Well, life is not fair. So I mean, that's one thing I used to tell my kids all the time when they were little, and I to this day I say, "What is life?" And they say, "Not fair."
So
that's their. So they know life is not fair. Life is not equal for everybody. Somebody, unfortunately, has to be on the bottom. Unfortunately, that is the case. Someone has to be on the bottom. And when people get power, they don't want to give it up. They want to get
They want
more.
to stay on top.
They want to stay on. So it's not impossible for Black people in America to gain power, to get on top. We have plenty of role models and examples that have done that.
That's fine. But my thing is that I just want to, get to a point where we stop getting killed for no reason. Now this lady, she, I mean, if let's just say you lived in an apartment building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever walked in someone else's apartment by accident?
Actually, yes.
And here's my question. If that's the case, what was your feeling the moment you walked in?
I didn't get in very far. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong spot."
Exactly. I've walked into.
But wasn't she intoxicated? I thought I read somewhere that she was intoxicated. She wasn't. I read somewhere.
If she's just getting off from the job?
No, I don't think she was coming home from work.
They say she was coming home from work. She worked overtime, and she was talking to her partner, who she was intimate with, and trying to set up a booty call, and walked into this man's house. And this man had a bright red mat on the outside of his door, firstly. And I've walked into the wrong house before, or not even necessarily the wrong house, but the wrong dwelling or the wrong place, and walk in and like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Something's not right. Even if the apartment, which they are probably exactly the same cookie cutter apartments, no matter how you slice it, if you walking into a place that is not yours, you're gonna know it's not yours the moment you step in.
Yeah, I mean I'm assuming in this apartment the layout was the same as hers, so the paint was the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that should have been different were the furniture and the decorations.
That's enough.
And that was enough to make her realize she was in the wrong apartment.
But it didn't. She went a step further and drew her gun on somebody that was in his own damn place.
Right. And I'm not trying to justify what she did. I'm not trying to paint her as the victim. I definitely do not believe that. I don't even see how anyone could paint her in that light.
So what light do you give her then if she wasn't painted as a victim for the preferential treatment that she got during her trial? And the length of time that she got.
Well, I don't think. Do you
think that it wasn't preferential treatment? Just maybe they felt sorry for her.
They probably did, but I don't think the preferential treatment she received affected the outcome. I mean, she received the Bible and the attention from the bailiff after the verdict was given. So. I do think that was over the top, but I don't know how it affected the outcome of the case.
But it does make you. It does give one reason to say, is this outward show of of caring,
affection, right?
Caring, yeah. Caring is that a physical illustration of them having leniency?
Oh, I think so. That judge is going to have to do this with every client from now on. She's going to have to give him a Bible if she wants to have her
constituency with
no,
our people.
I don't think her constituency. I mean, it all depends. If it's like in Texas, like it is here, the entire county votes on a judge. So I don't know if she's in a majority white county, majority black county,
Mm-hmm.
but to have her reputation intact, she's gonna have to treat every juror, or I'm sorry, not juror, every defendant the same. She's gonna have to have a stack of Bibles by her bench.
Because they're gonna have a name for her if she ain't treating
the black ones just like she's
treating. They're gonna have a name.
So it all depends on what she does from this point out. Of course, we will probably never know because you know how news is. The news gets old quick, so we probably won't hear about this again until this woman is up for parole, and
in 3 years.
I hope not. I really do. But
she ain't doing more than 5. I don't see it.
But not everyone does their full bid though. Dude, I know people that have committed manslaughter, got 7, 8 years, and get out in 5. So very few people do their full bid anyway. Well, a lot of people come home early. So I mean that's not white privilege if she gets out in 5 years. She was like, oh, I'm here, I want to get out, so I'm staying out of trouble.
Hopefully.
And I mean, and that's how we look at it. That's how a lot of people I know.
But I will say, if it was truly a mistake on her part, truly, only God really knows this. I wish her luck. I hope that it is not, her time is not as bad as a lot of people go through in prison. I hope that she can get through it. But if she ain't, and she really did it, and she had malice in her heart, and she did this thing with intent, I'd say she got off easy.
Well, they were saying there was some link between her and the guy too. I did read a couple articles, and like I said, it was so long ago that I thought that they were checking to see if her and that guy had some kind of relationship too. So I don't recall 100% if there was, but I know they investigated it to see. But
and they investigate, and from what I understand, they investigated him, and he's the dead guy.
Yeah, well, they check everyone.
For what? What is the purpose of checking him?
To see if he might have done anything that, well, I guess to see what kind of person he was.
For what?
I don't know.
There is no call for that.
There isn't. But
the man is in his own house.
But that's what they do. I don't know, man. It's just, I mean, I would like to sit here and say, yes, I could be just as forgiving, but I don't know if I could.
So if it was your brother, would you have gave him a hug?
I would like to think I did. I don't know about a hug. I would like to think I could forgive her. Because like I said, I don't want to be bitter. I don't want my health and my body to suffer because of my bitterness towards someone else that may not feel any remorse or sympathy towards what they did, and they're fine and happy, but I'm the one suffering because I'm missing a relative that I love dearly. So I'm hoping I could forgive her. I don't know about hugging her. But forgiveness is a good start.
I guess this is not all the way.
But this is not the first time. But this is not the first time that victims of crimes have hugged the perpetrator. You know, so I don't know why we're so shocked about this. I think it's shocked because a lot of people are bringing Christianity into this because of the topic of forgiveness. You know,
in the Bible
in the Bible. Gave. So I mean, and Christians are called to forgive, regardless of what the sin is. So and this should affirm what that some people that claim to be Christians are actually practicing it. They're not hypocrites. You know, everyone likes to say, oh, they're all hypocrites. Well, here's a guy that, to me, just did one of the hardest things anyone would ever have to do. I mean, actually hug someone that, because I know how I felt when I watched the video. And he was just like, can I hug her? And he looked at the judge. Can I hug her? I was like, oh my goodness, dude's setting her up. He said, that was like the first thing that went in my mind. To get close to her and start knocking her head off. I was like, oh, he's setting her up. He's acting all compassionate and sensitive. And you saw how they were looking at each other. If you watch the video, don't look at the guy, the brother. Look at the bailiff and the judge and the other people in the court. Like, should we let him do this? I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, they're gonna let this man do this. It would have been the perfect setup, though. And he got up. He didn't. As soon as he didn't run over there and dive on her. You know, he walked over there calmly and peacefully, and you know, I waited till like he was like this close, and I was still expecting a fist to come up and just start bam, 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 bam. But he didn't do it, and I was just like, oh my goodness, he did it. He really meant could he hug her. Yeah, I was just impressed at that because, like I said, I was expecting the beat down. That I was expecting a 2-second beat down before he got pulled out the room and threw in the cell too. I was like, okay, he trying to at least get a couple good punches in on this girl before he gets thrown in the cell.
Okay, here's the thing. What if it wasn't? What if he, you know, the deceased didn't have a brother and he had a sister? Do you think his sister would have been so forgiving?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say probably not.
But that just speaks to
because
her character.
Because we're men, so of course we're gonna be. Our edges is not going to be as crisp as it would be for a woman as it would be for a man.
No, that's not always true. I don't know if
we're going to feel something more for a woman than a man.
Well, something's wrong with me then, because I don't feel any more sympathy for her than if it was a guy. You know,
you sound like You sound like you're a good candidate for MGTOW. Oh, I'm still on that.
Oh man. No, I really don't. I just try not to see everything in matters of race. You know, that's
it's hard because this whole country has been founded basically on it. Everything about it is about race.
But that's how they try to divide people. And I know there's people that want us divided.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. In my mind, it's one thing, but in my heart, you know, does, you know, accept that, you know, that this guy had this compassion for this lady that killed his brother. You know, we do need those types of acts of kindness to heal and help us get it together to get. I won't say get along because I ain't Rodney King.
Okay, but here's the thing.
For us to cohabitate, and you know, anything further than that, if we're able, it's gonna take a lot on both sides.
Okay, but here are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but here's the kind of thing. Here's the thing. To the people out there that are always complaining about the violence,
white on black,
any violence. it's going to take actions like what that man did to stop it. And that doesn't mean perpetually being a victim. If you want to repay violence against violence, how are you any different?
Well, not only that,
and I have a cousin that's a black nationalist.
Have I met him?
Yeah, Isaiah.
I've met him.
Yeah, Isaiah. He was at my wedding. He was one of the groomsmen.
Damn, that went over.
Well, so I mean, he went in on this, and he even called black Christians a liability to the movement. But so
we need to have him on this show.
Oh no, I know. I love my cousin. I don't want our views to separate us. I love my cousin, and I think we have a good relationship. So
so y'all just don't talk about these matters?
Oh no, we do.
So what's the problem?
Well, we'll see.
It'd be interesting.
Oh yes, it would. That would be very interesting. But yeah, he's very pro-black. He's a black nationalist. He believes in 100% separation.
He's that deep in?
Oh, he is totally against any interracial marriage.
Oh well, shit! He'll have problems off of me right off the top.
He does not. He does not believe in any kind of interracial marriage, anything. No, he strictly 100% black, nothing else. And he, with his whole heart, believes that the white man is the enemy. See, that's just it. He would say all. He makes repeated posts on Facebook and Instagram to let people know you have no white friends. He was like, I don't care how cool they are to you, you have no white friends. He believes that wholeheartedly. He does not believe in judging the white race on an individual basis. He judges the white race as a whole.
Scorched earth.
As a whole, yes. But I asked him, how is he any different than the Nazi? How is he any different than...
Because they have the same views, but they're just different
colors. Different colors. But and a lot of, that saying that just because I love my people doesn't mean I hate yours. To me, that's a big load of crap.
Well, here's my thing. I for the most part, I love all people, but I have to be honest. My experiences with white people in general hasn't been great, and it is not because I wish it to be. Mm-hmm. It's just what has happened in my life. I wish things. I hope that things be better. I want them to. Mm-hmm. I don't carry no axe to grind or any grudges. Let's just say on the white race, are there some people that are of the color white that I do have a grudge against? Yes, but as far as the whole race, no, because there I can think of at least one person that is white that I couldn't stand, and then I can think of one really easily of one that I truly love. So I can't and honestly say that I would have a scorched earth view when it comes to white people, and two, it would be wrong.
Well, just going on my personal experience, I can't. Other than my family, I think I've gotten more help from white strangers than black strangers. Is it because I'm light skinned? It's possible.
You've been drafted.
Nah, I ain't drafted. Is it because I'm light? Is it possible? Yeah, it is. Is it also possible that they had the means to help me and did it out of the kindness of their heart? That's possible too. They didn't get anything out of it. They didn't get anything in return. I didn't have nothing to give. All I gave them was gratitude, and so I can't judge an entire race by the actions of a few. I mean, suppose white people did that about us. I mean, I think I'm just being realistic. And quote Dr. Martin Luther King, he said he wants all men to be judged by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin. To judge someone by the content of their character means you have to judge them on an individual basis.
For what they do.
This dude's a dirtbag. This guy is an honorable stand-up man. This dirtbag happens to be white. This honorable stand-up man happens to be black. So I'm cool with him. Or this dirtbag happens to be black, but this honorable stand-up white man has to be white.
So the thing is why do people have such a hard time doing that? To me, that's easy. For me, that's easy.
I don't think most people have a hard time doing it. I think the negative is just put out there more. There's a lot of money in race.
Yeah.
So.
Because Al Sharpton is making a boatload.
Well,
right?
I'm not even talking about him and Jesse. I'm just saying that certain things are marketed towards black people. Certain things are marketed towards white people. Certain things are marketed towards everybody. There's a lot of money in race. Look at commercials now. I remember when I was coming up, most of the commercials, the people in them were white. Now I'm seeing commercials with white people in them, black people in them, Asians, Hispanics. Now I'm seeing commercials with interracial couples. I haven't seen one with a black man and a white woman.
That's
yet.
What I was about to say.
But I do see the white man with the black woman. So that I'm just like, yeah.
That's a whole nother story for me.
So that one is I see that one quite often. I'm even seeing more black women.
So what does that say to you?
The black women are sexy. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, come on now. We know white men like black women. Okay. They called us animals and every other kind of name, but they knew it was a woman when it was time to satisfy that urge that the wife wasn't fulfilling. Okay?
Well, then they should love us as we make them.
Hey. So I mean, yeah, they call, and that's just, hypocrisy. Yeah, they're, how black people have some of the names they have for us, but let sex become involved. They forget all them names go out the window.
Or money.
All them names go out the window. Oh no, money, the names will stay. The names will come back after sex. After sex, but for sex, they go out the window. So, but I mean, it's a hard world we live in. I think, and there's more money to be made in negativity while talking about positivity. A lot of people, they talk about positivity, but where's the real money? In negativity. That's just how I look at it, how I see it.
So let's look at how you see this. How much time, if I killed you, do you think I would get? You never gave me a number.
I said more than 10.
Oh, okay. All right. More than 10?
I think more than 10.
I'm thinking I'm doing two dimes. 2 dimes.
Okay. Well,
tell me.
We know that's not the case. Every dark-skinned black man that has killed somebody didn't get an automatic 20
Dude,
off
there's
rip.
People, there's brothers in jail that have done 100 or 90% less and getting 20 in life terms.
You're actually, if this is possible, I don't want to say possible. You're probably better off killing someone than selling drugs. You'll probably get more time for selling drugs than you will for killing somebody. Okay?
That's possible.
So, if you kill me, don't have no drugs on you. Okay? So don't be high.
Don't be high.
Don't be high and don't have any drugs on you. Okay? Because you'll probably get more time for those drugs than you will for killing me with your own legal registered firearm. Okay? So
yeah, that's a whole nother story. So what do you think, America? Do you think she got enough time? Do you think that she got off easy? Do you think she got preferential treatment? Do you think I would have got 20 years or better? Or do you think I would have do 10 years and maybe 5 or less like she's doing?
Wait a minute, you can't say 5 or less. The woman ain't out of jail yet.
She's getting 3 years, 5 to 3 years. That's what she getting. I'm sold on it.
Okay, that's fine. Now, if we're hopefully still doing this show in 5 years, I want you to, on camera,
what? Take it back?
Heck yeah! Say you were wrong. If she does 5 years in a day,
if she does 5 years in a day, I'll take it back.
Okay then. Okay.
But if she don't, then everything I said was what?
Right, and I'll admit that too.
That's right.
And I'll shake my head.
Preferential treatment.
I'll shake my head.
The whole deal that her gender and her race, all that comes into play.
Well, hey, there's a. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot to be said about that. So.
And I'm gonna stay on it too. You can trust that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on it.
So hold us accountable.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you think that she's gonna get out in 3 to 5? Do you think that she's gonna have a plush cell and everything's gonna be nice and smooth for her? You think? What do you guys think? What do you think of this show? What do you think of this particular subject? We'd like to know what your comments are. Like and share.
Subscribe.
And subscribe. This is the Common Ground Show. Thank you.